This was the first time either one of us had been in the Caribbean.
They don't have state inspections and things like that down there. It's just the vehicles run till they can't run anymore, and then they steal parts from another one and try and keep them going a little longer.
I hope I live. We were in St. Lucia to celebrate my birthday. It was a beautiful day, it's a beautiful island. We decided we would do the island Jeep adventure.
And I noticed that they were pretty shabby. You know, they did have roll cages, but they had seat belts, but there was duct tape over the brake canister.
We were on an excursion. It was an independent contractor through the resort.
It was the jungle tour.
We swam in a waterfall, we walked through the forest, we had lunch at a sugar plantation, and at the very end of the excursion, the driver and the tour guide stopped at the edge of this mountain.
Most of the day went well. The drivers were safe, they didn't go too fast. But we stopped at the edge of a cliff at the end of the day at Maricopa Bay, overlooking Maricopa Bay in St. Lucia.
They said, okay, you guys can take off your seat belts. We're going to stop here. You can get out and walk around, take some pictures if you would like.
So I immediately unclicked my seat belt and stood up with the video camera to start getting some decent shots as we were coming to a close.
And we started to roll. We started to go forward, and next thing we know, the Jeep is starting to roll over. And it rolled over 3 or 4 times.
What had happened is the driver apparently left the vehicle in first gear and set the parking brake, and then he went to get out and it lunged forward.
I think I had my eyes closed because I was terrified.
We thought he was playing a game as it went over the edge. It was fairly steep. It started picking up speed pretty fast and it went up on 2 wheels, and that's when we knew it wasn't a joke.
It was frightening. We thought it was the end. Brett was thrown from the Jeep. I still had my seatbelt on, so I was strapped in, kind of upside down like a turtle when it finally ended.
I thought it was it. I really did. I thought the thing was going to roll over me, and the Jeep kind of slid up to me, and that's when Sue was hanging upside down by the seatbelt. Oil was running on her.
Ambulance showed up, police showed up. I think every local resident within a mile radius showed up to help.
It was probably a good 300 yards down over the side of this very steep cliff before it came to rest on its side. We couldn't believe it in the end. You stand up and you count your fingers and your toes and you make sure everything works.
Driving back to the resort was scary. It's almost like a panic attack. No serious injuries, fortunately.
We had just little cuts and scratches and bruises, but mostly just scared.